There you go.
Thank you. How the fuck did that happen?
It automatically does. Yeah, that pisses me off too. It automatically does that.
That's weird, but okay. Thank
I'm
you.
smart, right?
Yes.
Yay! You said it.
That may be why my other mic wasn't working.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was doing that with voice mod, the thing I used for soundboards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh, wait a minute, fixed it. I'm a genius. Oh, yes. Oh, fucking hell, man.
Sorry, technical issues that we've had over the last couple of days. He figured it out yesterday. I didn't know. So, anywho, yeah. Sorry. Anyhow, how is everybody this Tuesday? Welcome to the shit show. Welcome to the shit show. Maybe I should have that as my music that plays. What do you think, Jack? Jack! Yeah? Come here. Sorry. I figured out what I should have for the music playing while I have the starting soon screen going.
What?
Welcome to the shit show.
No! Fuck no.
Anywho, yes, it was a joke. I thought it was funny. Update on the podcast. I've started writing out everything now, and start making questions that would be asked of anybody that joined, that comes in and talks, what have you. And guidelines for follow-ups that may arise from their answers, because those follow-ups won't be the same for everybody, because it's going to be depending on how they answer. And I want to be careful about how I approach certain subjects with people, because they can be touchy, yeah. I am receiving so many weird phone calls for the last couple of days, like spams. Hell, I've got a couple from here in Arizona, but when I answered, nothing. I've looked it up and it's not registered, so who knows? And that's only been the last 2 days. One yesterday at 9:45, and then one today at 11:55. 2 different numbers, but both from Arizona. I keep hoping to hear from somebody. Hi Ivy, remembering after it's too late to do anything about it, that I have phone calls, people I need to call during the day, and I keep forgetting, so I'm going to write them down now I'm thinking about it. If I had a pen that works. My special pen. Somebody on TikTok made this for me and sent it to me years ago. Looks like a bullet. I mean, you can get similar in a lot of places, but he hand makes these. Thanks. I get that. And see, I don't know where that came from. That wasn't a thing when I was in the Marine Corps. Eating crayons, but just like every other derogatory statement that people use against us, we take it, we own it, and we make it fun or dangerous. Excuse me 1 second. Nope, not Netflix. This. Went on to YouTube and forgot why I went on to YouTube. So I could pull up my own stream and share it and such. Oh goody. Well then. Excuse me 1 second. Fuck. Excuse me a moment. Um, I'll deal with it later. I applied to another job with that again today. Because, yeah, I've got to get something. So, anything on your end yet? Maybe something? I don't know. I know you would tell me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just getting kind of stressed out. Welcome to the shit show every single day. No, it's fine. I know you would tell me. It's not a big deal. Okay, I will do that. My phone's disconnected. I just fixed it. So, the other night, I like 2 in the morning or some shit. I got a letter rejecting my backdate claims from the VA. It's weird, like Saturday night, Sunday morning, or Sunday night, or Friday night, Saturday morning. At like 2 o'clock in the morning, there was a email saying that the judgment had reached, and they denied my backdate claim. Which, to get it on a weekend is weird, and then to get it that early, it's automated, so whatever. But I still got $300 deposited into my account yesterday. So, well, at least there's that, and I was able to pay the cell phone. let's see if it's fixed. Nope, not yet. It sometimes takes a few minutes to reconnect. Anybody have anything interesting? Anything new, interesting? How did you get a new bruise on your wrist? The dog? Walking the dog? You know, from the leash. Oh, I was close. I mean, it was the dog. Um, and then, well, Sunday, I laid down to go to bed, and at some point while laying in the bed, my back went out, or walking to the bed. I don't know. I can't remember. So, and it's not bad. I can get up and move, obviously, but it hurts. It hurts to move in bed. If once I'm sitting down, it hurts to get up. I've had far worse, but still sucks. And they wonder why I fight the VA so much, because when this does happen, at least with my prior jobs, I couldn't. It was hard to work, and when it happened at its normal intensity, which is far worse than this, yeah, some days I couldn't even get out of bed, and I hate that. Anyway, so I've tried to be constructive by writing down some ideas I've had for, like I said, my podcast I want to do. Well, I'm also gonna research how to make more better stuff, because I've got to figure something out, and for alternate versions or forms of income, I should say. Um, what's up? How are you? That's funny you mentioned that one. How are you tonight? I was just reading about when Audible pays. Apparently, it pays at the end of the following month. So, like anything I make this month, I won't get to the end of next month, or anything I made in April, I won't get to the end of May. So, there's that. But 6 book sales, now 7, but only 1 or 2 were from this month, I think. But it's something. It's a start. I just need to do more to push it more. And that's the part I don't know, is trying to do the advertising on like social media and shit. I made a couple of videos and posted it and what have you. Yep, it's all good. And God help us if one of us were to win the lottery. Oh. The world would be in for it. Okay, good now. Oh, where did that come from? Oh no, they're not. It's a safe place. I could be as vulgar as the rest of them here, and uh, with a horribly dark sense of humor too. You'll, I mean, you're a jarhead. You'll know that. You figure it out. So, um, anyway, been writing down my notes and making other notes off of it. Um, also going to start making lists of people on our approach eventually. Yeah, because yeah, I think I was shaving by then. I, she sent a picture of me from something where I had like a horrible, horrible attempt at a mustache. I can't grow facial hair very well, so um, actually, I think I know where this fucking from. Nope. Okay. Not mine. Can you post that in the Discord so I can show it on here? Especially when I was in the Marine Corps, I mean, it was just ratty and thin, you know? It's not much better. Like, to get anything, I take months, and yeah, it's just, I look ridiculous. Yes. Post that picture. Um, Jesus Christ. I mean, if the picture's there, the account's still active. But yeah, I probably don't have whatever app it is, and I have a feeling it's like a dating app or something. Hang on. Here you go. Yeah, that was me trying to have a mustache goatee, and you can barely see anything there on the goatee. Right? Well, now I'm confused. We can talk about that later, because I'm curious now what that is. I mean, I remember the picture. I just don't remember what I used it on. Like, the first thing I went and looked at when I thought about it was like, is that my PayPal account? No, my PayPal is my same as my Clinton Shumway VO TikTok and Facebook. I didn't use that on an alternate Facebook account, and I've shut all those down except for my main ones. I thought I had a different picture for that. Yep. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had a different picture for that. No, I still have that because I give Jack money that way for him to pay for things on online games or for his lunches and such. And other people, but that's mainly who I send money to is between me and Ginger or me and him. Um, Anywho, let us kill some shit over there. Oh, I hit PC, not console. Oh, I'm a dumbass. To be on Tuesday. TBT. Where was I? What was I doing? Hello, beautiful. We were just talking about my back in the day, back when you first started following me, and my horrible attempts at facial hair. Like this. Oh. I might one day. I did keep it. Oh, please, no. Okay. That's why I don't like when we met, though, or when you first, I think, when we first kind of started that whole thing, not talking. By the time we actually started talking, I think I'd shaved it. Really? I mean, yeah, I guess I could see that. Yeah, I'll occasionally get it cut really short on top, but that's rare now. Um, this is my normal. Now, during the summer, depending on what I'm going to end up doing, that's who I need to call. I'm going to call there's a AC and plumbing company here in the area that I'm going to call to see if they're hiring because I'm willing to learn, and it's Simplify AC Heating and Air or Heating and Plumbing. I forgot to call them. Because I mean, once I learn it, that's bank money. They make good money. Oh yeah. You don't remember me having that, huh? I'll have to search my old account, but I'll look. But yeah, at one point I had that, but I got rid of it around the time we started talking. Okay, babe. Okay. I mean, it, I had jobs because, like, believe it or not, like Advanced Auto Parts and AutoZone are very. Yes, she could see the chat, the way I have it set up, or she should be able to. Militaristic when it comes to their appearance guidelines, like they don't like visible tattoos, um, normal colored hair. Now they have gotten relaxed on that a lot, but if you had facial hair, it had to be very proper trim, just like we did in the Marine Corps. But they preferred you didn't, and if you get hired without it, you can't grow it while you work there. So when I left AutoZone and went to Auto Plus, because Auto Plus didn't care, I let it grow. And but now her tummy hurts because mac and cheese. So yeah, when I went to work for Auto Plus, which used to be Pet Boys, um, they were more lax on it, so I let it grow. Uh, I think. Oh no, they were strict as shit. Now, during the first deployment, hang on, since I'm facing this way. During the first deployment, they weren't so strict because we couldn't shave after we crossed the line of departure. We didn't have a whole lot of time to shave, obviously, and I mean we didn't get a shower or a bath for like 3 weeks. And that first one, oh my god. Um, and see, this is the types of stories that will be on the podcast too, unrelated to the getting out, but just the reminiscing. Um, Once we got woke up on March 19th, saying we were going to the line of departure, we rucked up everything, put everything on the tracks, went out to the line, dug our fighting holes, dug cat holes, all that good shit. But from that point on, while there we could brush our teeth and such, um, until we took this officer's barracks in Baghdad, um, we didn't get a shower. We didn't get to bathe, unless we like spilled some water and splashed it on our face or something. Um, but once we did, I was this complex. It wasn't just a barracks because it was like apartments on each side for special Republican guard officers with like an office building for them to work at and a parking deck. And we couldn't stay in the barracks or the apartments. We slept in the parking deck, which was fine because it was cool. It was nice and cool under there. And that's when we got our first set of packages to catch up. And the packages that got delivered 3 days before we got relieved stood, okay, baby. My packages stood taller than me, and I'm 6'2". I was still like 6'3", 6'4" then. And they stacked up higher than me, and then a couple of extras on the side. Anyway, to give us a shower, they brought out the vehicle decon units. You know, the H-frames that the vehicles would drive under to decontaminate them and everything. And they had hoses on the side to help rinse it off. They brought those out in the big bladders of water and allowed us to go shower in the back behind that building. So we would go out there, we put our fucking skivvies and PT shorts and shower shoes, walk back there, and I shit you not, washing my hair, the suds coming out were black. Like, just black. Black as that pole right there. For a while. I mean, it took a minute to get washed. And while most of us had our own stuff, they even had soap there for people in case they couldn't get to theirs or whatever. But, yeah, I mean, they wanted us to rush, but they also knew that we were dirty and it was going to take a minute. God, that was probably one of the best showers I ever had, and it was not that great. Like I said, we were standing there in fucking PT shorts and shower shoes, standing under this 8-foot or 10-foot H-frame of pipe tubing with sprinkler nozzles and shit. But it felt so good to be clean. It was, yeah. But at that point, we just stopped giving a shit about uniform and hygiene standards at that point. Like, people had beards. My old roommate would shave first thing in the morning. This is while we were in the rear. And he would have a 5 o'clock shadow at 10 o'clock in the morning. A little 18-year-old kid, his facial hair grew that fast. Like he said in boot camp he had to shave like twice a day. So out there, I mean, he kept it trimmed. He tried to keep it trimmed. But I mean, we had people with beards, mustaches. We cut the yep. We had a lot of us had cut the sleeves off of our fucking skivvy shirts, or they were torn off, one of the two. So when we're sitting, be cooler and looked cool, whatever. I don't know. I didn't do it. But yeah, that was just. Now, when we got relieved by the Army, I want to say it was the 101st, I believe. I believe it was the 101st came out there. And I had my worries because it's the 101st. So they come out, and then the command and headquarters and services guys, the CO and everything, the first sergeant, go on to get shown around by our people, and I sit down and talk with their radio operator, and we're chit-chatting. And it comes out that I'm from Alabama. Okay. I think he was too, and he says, "Oh, our first sergeant's from Montgomery." Okay. So he introduces me to the first sergeant when they get done, and it's a black guy. So it's already starting to get nighttime, so it's hard to see him. And we're talking, and he says, "Hang on, where did you go to high school?" And I tell him. He says, "Our CO went to that high school." So the first sergeant gets called over to the CO during our conversation, and for some to get to pass the word along, and then he does that, and then says, "Where's that Marine I was just talking to?" "Right here, first sergeant." Come over. He introduced me to the CO. I went to fucking high school with the dude. Like, we knew each other. Not well, but we knew each other. We were both in junior RTC. He was a senior when I was a sophomore. Is it freshman, sophomore, junior, senior? When I first got to high school. But he was friends with some people I knew, because like the girl I dated, her older sister dated somebody in the junior RTC that was, a senior at that time, what have you. Yeah, so now I'm really worried, because while I didn't know the guy that well, the fact I knew him and we ran into the same circles, I think we may have hung out a handful of times. Because I didn't go into junior RTC till the next year after he was gone. But I still had a lot of friends who were in there. Because my high school had Marine Corps junior RTC. That's why I decided to join the Marine Corps. Before I did that, I had no interest in joining the military. But yeah, he said his name. I didn't really recognize the name, but it came out what year, and it was like, oh, so we go back and forth a little bit. And I'm already older than most people in my unit, because I didn't join the Marine Corps until I was 22, 21 or 22. So at this point, I'm 23, 24. 24, because I was 26 when I got out. So he starts, "Did you know this person?" "Yeah, actually I did." "What about this person?" "Yeah." "What about Kelly Bass?" "I knew Kelly Bass. His, Susan, who he's dating, I dated her younger sister." "I know you." Oh, fuck. You allowed that material? What do you mean? Sorry. But yeah, so like he knew who I was. I think I knew who he was, but and I didn't see him again because we like packed up that night, and then except for like our sleeping shit. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's something we used a lot there in that time. Uh, but he knew exactly who I was because Kelly Bass was the CO for the junior RTC, so everybody knew him. And he was a senior with this guy. His girlfriend was a year below him, and I was a year below her. And so, and her sister was a year below me. But I worked with his girlfriend at Sonic and started dating her younger sister, and that's a whole different longer story. I think I may have told you about this, Ivy, where we were friends in elementary, lost touch because they went to a different school. I ran into the sister in junior high school right before I went to high school because I had that one semester I had to go back, and we just started talking. And then her older sister started working with me. I didn't know they were sisters. And she recognized me, reminded me of it all, told me about about her sister. I'm like, I've actually been hanging out with your sister at school. And then me and her started dating later. So yeah, it's one of those massive. That's honest. Oh yeah. Uh, but yeah, so I think he ended up going to like Auburn University, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, but yeah, it's just one of those massive small world. Pardon the oxymoron. The small world after all things, you know. Because yeah, it was kind of like when I met on that same deployment when I met the reserve unit in Montgomery, and then the guy came out. I think I told you about this, and he was friends with my dad because my dad was a cop and he worked for the state patrol. Another one of those small world things, you know. So here's another one. When I told you I had to go back to Paris Island after I graduated for injuries, but I was also in PCP originally because I couldn't do pull-ups. And a guy that was in PCP with me, who dropped to training with me, he went to PCP because he couldn't run. And but he lost so much weight because he was fat. Like he was like 300 or 400 pounds when he joined. He was a waver, but he lost so much weight in PCP after like 3 months. He lost the muscle mass, so he couldn't do the pull-ups, but he could run. So but we both got dropped into training together. We were 6 of us, one for each platoon. Well, we both got injured. We both put the BMP together, and we became really, really good friends. Like when my stepfather passed, he took me out. Him and his wife came to visit because they didn't live far from there, and they took me out for the night, and we all got drunk and stupid. But anyway, he got out of BMP before I did by like 2 months. I did, and I had his address. I wrote over it patiently. Some bad things happened for him on his personal life, and then on my way home, at one of the bases, we stopped in for a couple of days. It wasn't Kuwait. We were still in Iraq. We didn't get back to Kuwait yet, I don't think, but it was an established base with the PX and everything. I was going to the PX or something, and I ran into him. I feel kind of bad because I guess I got the sense he didn't remember me, which was weird because we spent a lot of time together. Or maybe he was just uncomfortable because I reminded him of a bad time of his life because of his wife and everything. So his wife ended up cheating on him and leaving him, if I'm not mistaken. I found out from his mom because she wrote me. So maybe I just reminded him of that whole time frame because at one point he had some suspicions, he told me, but then they went out the window. I'd like to run into him again. I need to look him up. Will Owens. Shit, I wish I'd have thought. Damn, no. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe. That's another person I need to call is one of my Marines here in Arizona, actually. He isn't far from me. He's in Gilbert. Because I'm in the East Valley. He actually has his own locksmith company. And I'll see if maybe he needs an apprentice. Me and Cruz were cool. We weren't close, but we were cool. Maybe he might want to expand or have somebody that can at least work weekends for him, so he didn't have to take those big dollar emergency calls. Because I told him I was moving out here, like, hell yeah, let me know, and I did, and nothing. I mean, because I was older than most everybody, I wasn't super popular. I stuck to myself. Um, and that was my thing, is I couldn't run. I believe I told you this. I could hump and everything. I just wasn't a good runner. So that people gave me shit. Um, but people knew me. Like, because I was older, I was the guy everybody went to on Friday night or Saturday when they needed beer or alcohol. And I made money that way. So they'd give me money. And the deal was I got to keep the change. So they were very careful. Now, if it was an exuberant amount, that was one thing. But like $3, $4, $5, I kept the change. Like if they handed me a 50 for a 12 pack, I'm going to give them the 20 some odd dollars back. What happened? Um, but I would keep the change, so $3, $4, $5 for each person, and like if it was a 12 pack of beer, I'd get one beer. If it was liquor, I'd get a shot. And nobody complained. They're like, okay, fine. So the only thing was because like I hung out in 29 Palms. I hung out with my friends in Lima Company who my barracks was weapons, India, Kilo, and then you had the barracks up the hill. I don't know if they're still there. At the top of the hill, up at the top of the hill, as far as you go, and you had H&S and Lima, and some of those were kind of intermixed. But I hung out with the people at Lima Company a lot. I did this for people, the rest of it too, but because I had to walk down to the DX, I didn't have a car yet, and then walk back up to Lima Company with a lot of their shit, you know. So eventually, I would go to anybody there that I took an order from who had a car. I said, I'm gonna need you to drive me down there. Why? Because I have like 16 cases of beer, dude, and I don't know how many bottles of whiskey. Oh, okay. So he would. So what was this? What main one I'd get? It was a Polish guy. Anyway, he had a Camaro and he would drive me down there. And I'd go buy everything, load up the fucking trunk of his car, and then climb in and we'd drive back up and then start dispersing everything. But what I'd typically do is I'd start at our barracks, take the orders, go get it. Normally have somebody with me if I needed them. And then we would hike it all back, disperse it, and then I'd move up to Kilo Company, or Lima and H&S. I didn't have to do H&S too much because most of those people were old enough because they were senior Marines, stay, what have you. They'd been in long enough, and you know, they'd been in line companies and brought over. Oh damn! Well, that sounds like something more like the Marine Corps would do. Um, but yeah, I mean, I have enough to drink for the night most time that I would want to, because I didn't drink heavily back then. Um, and still make 50, $60 in a weekend, or in a night, if not a weekend. Um, then after the first deployment, a lot of them aged up where they could do it themselves. It's like, God dang it. No, like I said, like $50 on a weekend. because a lot of times it was, the change was $2, $3, give or take. Because they didn't make a lot of money either, so I wasn't gonna take all their money. But I was a single father, so I had child support coming out already. Most of them didn't have anything like that. They were all, 18-year-olds. And I think I told you that one of the guys in my platoon, Grenier, after a couple, like 2 months, we got a new platoon sergeant for weapons platoon in India. And Grenier's talking about how he's walking down the catwalk because we were on the second deck. Like I said, you had weapons company, India, and then Kilo up top. And he goes, and the new platoon sergeant comes around, and it wasn't his platoon sergeant. It was, like I said, weapons platoon. Comes around, and he looks at him, turns around, and takes off running. It was a senior drill instructor. He was in the next to last cycle for him when he was the platoon sergeant was a drill instructor. But yeah, that was a senior drill instructor they assigned to the India company. He ended up getting assigned for the second deployment. He ended up becoming our platoon sergeant. You want to talk about wired? I never saw this guy without caffeine, without coffee, and this big around, very wiry looking, and just always like a chihuahua, always shivering, because he was so wired all the time. He was also the one that came at me, like physically, when I rejected my 9-rec during the second deployment. He apologized. Not so much because he came at me like he did, because he literally grabbed me, slammed me against the bed, and what have you, because he just surprised me. But because I was right. He wasn't. I mean, he was not bad. Now, when we got to Maine, because when we were flying over the second deployment, we had a layover in Maine, and he apparently started having a panic attack and got sent back to 2-9. And we were like, no fucking wonder with how much fucking caffeine you consume, because he's always drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes. I mean, you do not see him outside without a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and you don't see him inside without a cup of coffee. He was kind of a douche at first, but he loosened up, especially after that panic attack, because he quit. I think he quit smoking and drinking coffee when they sent him back. So when he came out for that second deployment, he wasn't doing either. He might have still smoked, but yeah, he was. It was just funny because I saw Grenier turn around and start running down the catwalk back towards the ladder well, because he was heading towards the. This is the ones where we had the outdoor rooms where the doors went outdoors, not inside. It was before those were built. See, energy drinks weren't a thing back then for us. Not really. Then the first deployment before we crossed the line of departure, they regulated my cigarettes. And then after, when we went back, they did it again. I could only have 5 cigarettes a day because of my run, which was all right. So my team leader kept my cigarettes, and I'd track them. And I had this one douchebag, meritoriously promoted to corporal, and then meritoriously promoted to sergeant. And I don't know how. He was a kiss ass, is what it was. But one morning, I went to the head, and the smoke pits by the heads, the porta johns. This was in Kuwait, on our way back from our first deployment, and all of a sudden I'm getting in trouble because I didn't stop. I didn't have a cigarette. I stopped to talk to somebody and came in. But next thing I know, my team leader or squad leader or whatever is coming at me about smoking and not telling him. And I'm like, I didn't. The douchebag told him I did. And he may have thought I was, but I wasn't. I stopped to talk to a friend of mine who was smoking. And we got into it, and he reached up and slapped me, and I nearly killed him. Like, I grabbed him and, like, rammed him against the wall. Luckily, we were in these fabric tents. But my, another team leader, corporal, who I still am okay with, dude named Fuse, Fuhs, grabbed me and slammed me, pulled me on the ground. And I barely remember doing this, but apparently I kicked him like 6 times in the head while on the ground because I just lost it. Don't lie about me and don't fucking hit me out for no reason. But yeah, I mean, because I remember when I got him against the wall, I pulled back, and that's when Fuse and another corporal that came to us, he came to us from security forces during the first deployment, grabbed me, and Fuse brought me down to the ground. He didn't slam me, he just pulled me down. He was kind of careful about it and was holding me like, calm down, Shumway. And I'm sitting there kicking him in the head. Damn. Anyway. But hers ended up being my squad leader, and he was a douchebag. Because during the first and second deployment, not just to me, just in general, and I had witnessed this myself, like, we'd get released, he'd be told by, actually, at this point, he was the platoon sergeant. The staff sergeant was the acting platoon commander, the wiry fucker. And I'd been down there for something a couple of times, and staff sergeant get up, grab his shit to go. He says, okay, release them for liberty. And he wouldn't come up and release us for another 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours. I'm married. I don't even live on the barracks at a certain point here. And I'm having to stand around and do shit because he didn't want to let us go. That's the kind of douchebag we're talking about. And I told people, I'm like, yeah, stats aren't fucking Wyatt said release us. I'm just waiting for. I was supposed to be security forces actually. When I enlisted, and while they were waiting for some information to come back on me, because my enlistment was weird. They lost the spot, so that's why I went just infantry. I got my GED and then went to a private school to get my diploma, just so I could enlist in the Marine Corps. And I tried to enlist in Georgia, and the recruiter there just dragged his feet, dicked me around. So I went home to Alabama and went to the recruiter there, and they had me in, and they called one of the recruiters in Georgia to do my background, and he says, hey, well, I got you on the phone. I got this guy trying to enlist, and he went to some private school down there, and it was about me. He was talking to the guy that was calling him about me, and didn't realize it. He was like, yeah, he said, did you go to Company Academy? Yeah, well, yeah, I send people there all the time to get their diploma so we can, recruit them. Oh, okay, great. It's credited then. Yeah, okay. Still doesn't even call me to follow up until I'm in boot camp. Like, I find out when I graduate, my mom said, yeah, they called like a month ago trying to follow up and see if you're still interested in enlisting. I said, yeah? And he said, yeah. I said, she was like, yeah, I told them you were already here. But while they were waiting for certain things to come back, because I've moved and everything, backgrounds and all that. Oh, okay. That's why I wanted it. I wanted Fast Company. Most of my guys were Oh, I forgot where you have to have your back, have to have top secret clearance, which I had the clearance, but I was going for fast company. But you know the ones that do the nuclear subs and the nuclear bases. Okay. Had a couple of guys that were at Camp David. One of them was from Kingsport, Georgia. And yeah, so I wanted security forces. The slot got filled. I took infantry. While I was in boot, I got approached for Yankee White. I didn't know what that was. I found out later, and I'm still kind of glad I didn't take it. But the when they explained it to me, you know, I was going to be a gate guard. I said I could do that in the civilian life. Yes, the all the Marines that work the White House. Um, they're the ones that live at the 8th and I barracks. Uh, but they work the White House, and some of them work Camp David when the president's there. But I think it's security forces mostly that patrol Camp David. But you know, wearing dress blues every day, blue alphas or bravos did not appeal to me. Granted, you got them issued, so you didn't have to pay for them, but you had to keep them pristine, top shape, top everything, because that's all you wore. I think you might wear deltas at the gate. Oh yeah, that's a whole different animal. Um, but I think if you're one of the gate guards, you can wear Charlies or Deltas, depending on the time of year, obviously. But if you're at the White House, like you're inside the gate, you're in dress blues almost all the time, completely, because you're there for looks. Because, well, yeah, I think you're armed. Some of them are anyway. Secret Service runs it all. Um, Now, as far as the actual anything else, I don't know. They may have roving Marine security patrols. I don't know. Right? I hated. Now it happened rarely, but I hated when uh, Bravos were the uniform of the day, not blues, but dress Bravos, not dress blues. But you know the khaki pants or green pants with a khaki shirt, long sleeve tie. No, couldn't do it. The short sleeve I'm okay with. I hated the fucking tie. But us being an infantry unit, 99% of the year it's fucking camis. I think the only time we did Bravos or Charlies was on the weekends. Very rarely did we have it, were we wearing those during the week. My first day, I checked in. I got there a couple of days early, but I checked in, and when I was officially off of leave, I told you I had the adjoining heads, and my squad leader, not the one I told you about, different guy, lived with him in that room, and he was my original squad leader. And he comes in, we're having a uniform inspection. I'm on the phone with my mom, and he comes in, and I'm like, oh, Mom, I gotta go. He's like, no, go ahead. You know, just parade rest. So I'm on the phone with my mom at parade rest while he's doing my uniform inspection. He was a cool dude. His name was Jeremy, Corporal then Sergeant Jeremy McGrath, which you may be too young to remember this, but there was also a motocross racer back in the '90s named Jeremy McGrath. It wasn't the same guy. I don't know if they were related, but he did motocross. Like him and his dad had a side business where they rented uh, motocross bikes, but redecked like with wheels for the desert. You know, because the wheels weren't like all trains. They had like paddles almost like that big. Welcome back. But I thought it was kind of funny. But he was a cool dude. Ended up sleeping with one of his exes years later. Like this girl he dated at one point, like high school and at the beginning of their career. Me and her became friends, and then I slept with her years later after I got out. I don't know why I'm talking about that part. Oh, Jesus. Um, yeah, it's the ones who think they have something to prove who are the worst. Oh, Bryant, the other corporal. He was the one that did all the weird shit, crazy shit. Anyway, I'm gonna take a minute. I'll be right back. Give me about 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Wanted to have a cigarette and get more tea. Let's actually. I'm giving away all my good material for the podcast. Fucking shit. Kidding. Let's see what I can do. Is it? I think I've pretty much explored most of the area. I don't think there's anything I've missed for the most part. I know there's so many quests I haven't touched though. It's annoying. And I really Jamaica Plains, of course. What is their problem? They have plenty of everything. The beach has plenty of everything. Okay, the truck stop needs beds. Sanctuary Hills has plenty of every fucking thing. I don't get why they're having happiness issues. So yeah, I'll run over and I gotta remember to make my wheel of how I'm gonna finish this.
I'm busy.
Which side am I going to pick? Because they need what? Beds, I think I said? They need one bed. One fucking bed. Which is gonna be hard because I'm running the fuck out of room.
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
You gotta stand here. I have to run everywhere. Shut up. That's the bad thing is how it bleeds that happens. You know, the outside environment bleeds through shit that you build. Oh, here we go. Boop, boop, boop. Shit, I fell.
Crop's coming in pretty good.
Oh, I'm gonna have to move you. Get rid of you. And can you move? He's really gonna annoy me. Sure, that'll work. Now. The fuck? Okay. And this is why I wish they would offer you an option to build shit like a grid. Adding another layer of livable space. Nope. That's the bad thing about this game is... Can you... Oh, shit. Thank you. Whoops. Thank you. Oh, not that. I keep forgetting to change my scenes. Good catch there, Miss moderator. Oh, that's right, that's why. I need to move that over here. That's why I couldn't build shit. And you go right there. I know it's not much more room, but it's room. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, ass butt, move. Yeah, you. Go farm. You're supposed to be, like, taking care of food. Oh, you clipped that? Can you please move? I got one more bed to put, and you're standing right where I want to put it. Damn it. I mean, I don't blame you. I need I'll go pull it and post it here in a little bit. I need more content. I posted something from the other day from when me and my girlfriend were playing Fortnite, and I'm still working on it. So if you go look at my gaming account, it comes sliding in, and I can't figure out how to pause the video for like 4 seconds. So I put it in slow-mo, so you just kind of see the guy move a little, and he goes, "This is where he knew he fucked up," and then boom, he dies. And it was the end, and that's what won us the match. Still there. Good enough. I can always put it there later. And that's the good thing with like consoles, especially the Xbox and I think the PlayStation, is I don't have to be streaming and I can create clips. All I have to do is hit the button, it'll download the clip, upload it on, and I can download it to my phone. Now I just gotta teach her how to do it. Okay. so she can do it on the PlayStation because when she gets those types of things going, because she wants to post that kind of content. She posted 2 on hers yesterday of a guy that she moderates for on TikTok. Some clips of his gameplay. So she's practicing, getting to do it. I can't wait to see.
What do I want to read?
Lady Killer. Yeah, as much as I use fucking Radaway, yeah. Okay, Grey Garden, what do you need? I believe I've cleared most everything, so we're gonna go do this. You don't have to go pull it and trim it. Posted of me just sitting here and nothing. Y'all see nothing. What are you doing? Oh, I hope it shows the chat. I need it. I think it does. Hopefully, because it needs to show the chat for it to get full context. That or I'll put it up on the screen. What are you doing? Adding on to the. Can I see? Oh fuck. Do the AI voiceover.
Yeah?
Anytime you want me to carry some of that valuable gear you're lugging, just let me know.
Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Because there's another person I can recruit down in Good Neighbor. Yay, good. I still may do the chat. Or the voiceover. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just adding on more. Can I see? Fuck. We'll see. Where is Good Neighbor? Oh, there it is.
Hell of a load you carry. Better sell some to Daisy before someone swipes it.
I need to modify it for, because on Meld, have it also for the vertical. Or,
If you're looking to stock up on general equipment, you could hit Daisy's discounts.
where it's made for the phone format. And I need to have it where chat's there, but I don't know how that would work. There's not a lot of room. clip that way too. Like, I know.
What are you looking at?
I don't fucking know.
Fred Allen
But I
at
could
Hotel
clip
Rexford, he
when
can
not
hook you up
playing.
with chems. Irma at the Memory Den, she offers a
Or
whole
streaming.
other class of drug. You get into trouble, it's your own damn fault. Watch yourself.
Ever
Fahrenheit.
tried chess? Sometimes you need to sacrifice a piece to keep the game going. Keep that in mind.
Hey there.
We didn't get to the top of this town by playing fair.
That's a lot of drugs. And there's more. But it doesn't matter how much they have there. I got more. More drugs. Drifter. Drifter. Next time I'll try to do it this way. Can I watch? What? Because I have it zoomed in more. What? Oh shit. From here. It doesn't do the transition like the others do. I wish it would. Where you know it shifts like this. It did that on its own. I wish I could get it to do it that way. I'll have to see if I can figure that shit out.
Fred Allen at the Hotel Rexford, he can hook you up with chems. Irma at the Memory Den.
Mayor Hancock?
Well, if it ain't Bobby's little patsy. Here, for protecting my stash. Wise decision turning on Bobby like that.
So, we're okay?
We are. Let me tell you, this classy little tri-corner hat of mine is getting heavy. Am I turning into the man? Some kind of tyrant? I spend all my time putting down the people I would have been proud to scheme with just a few years ago. I need to take a walk again. Get a grip on what really matters. Living free.
Can you just leave, good neighbor? Aren't you the mayor?
Hey, the mayor's still the mayor whether he's in residence or not. I've walked out of here plenty of times. Keeps me honest. Can't let power get to my head. That's not what being in charge of good neighbor is about.
If you're heading out, why not come with me?
Yeah, I like it. You might just be the right kind of trouble. Let me just have a little chat with my community first. Give them the news.
Jump to it. I'm gonna go downstairs.
In Good Neighbor, you handle your own problems, or you end up dead.
Oh yeah. I didn't need to come all the way down. Just there. So I can listen to his little speechy thingy.
Hey, everybody, gather up. I got something you all need.
Hey,
No rush.
Oh, I came out of the
Your
dinner door.
neighbor ain't good enough for you? Go check out Covenant. Heard that place is all kinds of
Look, everyone, I'm taking a walk. It's time for your fearless leader to get back out there. Mix it up in the dirt before I forget what that feels like.
You can't leave, Hancock. We need you.
Hey, I'm always gonna be here in spirit, my man. Good neighbor and I, we got a connection. But like any hot and heavy relationship, sometimes you gotta spend time apart. Let things cool off. Remind yourself of who you are. So that's why I'm leaving. I'm still your mayor. I'm still gonna be here when you need me. But it's time for me to stop living so damn comfortable. Because we all know, no one in
I think that's
Got some
everybody.
good deals. You won't believe what's in the is it food or not section.
What's it like, you know, being a ghoul?
Well,
So you walk away?
What you admiring? Clothes?
Hey, Daisy.
don't be shy now. Chances are we have whatever you're looking for.
Chances are.
Wait, you're 220 years old?
Okay, it's more like 270 years. But don't go blabbing that to everyone. Being a ghoul means you live a long time. You stop counting birthdays. Do you know what it's like being that old?
I mean, technically, he's that old.
What's it like?
It's like being in a time warp sometimes. Hundreds of years between you and the 20-somethings running around here. Not that you'd know what that's like, would you?
More than you might think.
Well, now you're just making fun of me. If you were as old as I was, you would have been around since before the war. So let's hear it. Come on. Tell me what the world was like before the war if you're so ancient.
I had a beautiful house, white picket fence, and a lawn with the greenest grass you'd ever seen. Peaceful.
It was, wasn't it? Sorry. Last thing you want to see is an old lady tearing up. Well, you're either the most well-preserved ghoul I've ever seen, or you're the second best bullshitter and good neighbor. Ah!
I'm not bullshitting.
You know, if you haven't already, you should check out the Hotel Rexford. There's another pre-war ghoul hanging around there. Well, we should get back to business. What are you picking up?
Let's see what you have.
All the supplies money or violence can buy.
Carlsbad. Just seeing what she has. Smiles of Summer Night. Okay, what got marked? Oh, talk to Hancock. Oh, he's up. I thought
Look, I don't like to brag, but I'm a lover and a fighter.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, go away.
Hey, you heard of University Point? No? Ain't surprising. The Institute wiped the place off the map.
Dream a little dream of me. Sorry. My fucking horrible vocals. Oh. Where's he at? Oh, there he is.
Hancock.
So, you ready to get this show on the road?
You still interested in traveling together?
I think I could do with some more trouble in my life.
Let's do it.
You're traveling with Hancock. Are you sure that's safe?
He's not bad. But all my playthroughs, I've never recruited him. I never knew I could until the last time.
Hey.
Got my attention.
So, from what I understand, he intentionally turned himself into a ghoul because his brother was not agoraphobic, a prejudice against ghouls and super mutants. So he wouldn't let him into Diamond City because he was the mayor of Diamond City, which is the major city here. Fenway Park. Is it Fenway that's in Boston? Anyway, and because he wouldn't let them in, he changed his name, or eventually became a ghoul, changed his name to Hancock, and created Good Neighbor, which is why most people there are ghouls. Feel like I'm trying to say Go Old from Stargate History 1, because I've been watching that lately.
Hey, I got something.
Human time is done. This is the end of the super mutant.
Legendary Super Mutant Primus. I need a screenshot of that. Somebody. I know. And clip, yeah, so I can clip all this. And then show that and just start having him singing My Name is Mud from Primus. I love Primus. Les Claypool is a bass guy. Well, he's a phenomenal musician in general, but the bass, him and Flea are just, as much as I don't care for Red Hot Chili Peppers or Flea as a person, he is a bass god.
Only one of us survives this, and it won't be you.
Steve Harris, too. Come on. This way, that way. And they're still below, so here. Oh.
Sweet.
Oh, there's something new I haven't found. Down at the bottom on the compass, if it's not filled in, that means I haven't been there yet. So let's go find it. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Fucking love James Woods. I don't know if I'm gonna actually be able to do anything with it. I mean, I can always, because I kind of ruined it when I paused it and talked about it, you know. But so that's why I went up there to give us a different thing. So me like walking up there and then just zoom in on the name, zoom out, and then start playing My Name Is Mud. After I posted that last video I was talking about, I'm trying to get better at custom clips and videos. Okay, so you know you never heard of the band Primus? Line on Big Brown Reaver, My Name Is Mud. If not, go look them up. Barry was a race car driver. He also covered Hot Rod Lincoln. Boy, my dad's son is driving it. Don't stop driving that Hot Rod Lincoln. They were big, not big, but bigger back in the mid '90s and everything. Les Claypool on his own has done a lot more. Like he did the South Park theme. Come on down to South Park, let's have a time. That was Les Claypool, the singer and bassist for Primus. Let's talk about different major people that did like theme songs earlier with my therapist. We talk about some weird shit. We talk about problems, then we get into other stuff like entertainment. I still think it's weird he's bought and is listening to the audiobook. And he says he's really enjoying it, which is a good thing. He says like he can't stop listening. That's all he listens to when he's in his car. And he doesn't know why. Hi. Oh, you live. Oh, that worked. Because I have a clip button on my frickin' Stream Deck. I just forget. And I walk up the stairs and everything and kind of look for them, and there they are. They're just kind of wandering right in front of me. Oh, hi. Romy. A friend of mine, Romy, just posted a video on TikTok. He used to work for me. I lost the plot and what I was trying to do. There was a building I hadn't been to. I was looking for. Now I can't find it. What the fuck? ADHD in the Wasteland. The name of my next fucking stream. Oh, there it is. Whoa. Did something just... Yeah, Primus made some weird songs, very funky sounding, you know. They were great, but like, wait, I've been here though. Why is it? Is it on the other side of Good Neighbor? What the fuck? Yeah, it has to be on the other side. Fuck. But yeah, My Name is Mud is probably one of my favorites. Why not? Just listen to the title of the song, and then imagine the lyrics that would go along with it in the song and the implications. Wynonna's Big Brown Beaver. And it talks about how she likes to stroke it all the time. Glowing line. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh shit. Okay. Nope. I thought that was my power armor. All hell's breaking loose. Oh, a guard dog. And it died. I know, I was about to text her and tell her I said hi. I'll still do it. Yes, it was. Oh, good. I didn't have to, like... Get away from the exploding hand grenade. I know I did. I said I was about to text you, so I went ahead and did it. Pass it along, please. Oh no, I have her number. I'm just saying you sent me, you showed it. I'm passing it to you to go back to her. Uh-oh, I'm being dumb. You know that. Enter smartass remark. Come back here. Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. I left you with a premium opening. And you couldn't take advantage of it. Just to spite me, huh? Oh, Lord. I could get banned for that. Finding all the stakes. No, I saw it though. I thought I sent it to you, but maybe I didn't. I saw it like 2 days ago. And I thought about you because you told me about looking away. You may have sent it to me, but I don't think so. Oh, okay. Does it vary each time, I'm assuming? Okay. I didn't do that.
Situation normal. Law and order has been restored.
Oh, okay. I figured it was random, but you never can tell. Lieutenant Gutsy, report for duty. Nice.
Combat zone. You may suffer harm up to and including death if you remain in the
They were
area.
after me yesterday,
This
too, when we
notice
were
is
playing.
required by law.
And the night before. What weapon? Okay. All right. So something I didn't tell you last night. Well, I didn't talk to you, but when I was spectating, because I was dead, you were running around kicking some ass, and you made it to number 3, and I was sitting there just waiting to hit the capture clip on mine, since it technically is watching it from your screen, so I could upload it for you. Well, let me take a look again on how to do captures on the PlayStation. You can still do the captures. They'll stay there, and then later on we can figure out how to upload them. Okay? Maybe on the PC or something.
I didn't say you finished.
What? I can do it. I just don't have... We'll talk about it offline. Don't need to record this conversation. Okay, baby. Have fun. Kick some ass. I love you. Clementine. I'm not gonna try to throw a Molotov up that way. But I've lost the plot. Oh, nope, there we go. I was about to say, I lost the plot again. Where I was supposed to go. Or trying to go. Oh, I'm out of Molotov. I don't know if I'm going that way. I want to go this way. Where am I, anyway? I still haven't made it behind Good Neighbor. Okay, that was weird. I've been here. What the hell? Don't want to kill the meat. Postal Square. I went to Postal Square for a bunch of people to shoot at me. I got going Postal. Nope, nope, nope. Cars are blowing up. Random people are shooting random shit at me. Whose weeds did I piss in? Why do my turrets look that cool? Custom house tower. Rosie's dreaming. I want to see something cute.